What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Max, and today you join me on a lovely sunny day in March with a lovely car. This is the Maserati GranTurismo TROFEO. So it is the latest version of the GranTurismo. Of course, we drove the Folgore, the electric version, last year, and I think the year before that we drove it twice because we really wanted to do the proper top speed, which we did. Amazing car. I really love the GranTurismo Folgore. It's one of the best electric cars I've ever driven. It's just a hoonigan. It is so much fun. Drift mode, proper Formula E technology, but still it did leave me with an itch to scratch, and that was the fact that there was also this Trofeo version with the Nettuno 6-cylinder in the front, a twin turbocharged 3-liter engine, 550 horsepower in this gorgeous body, all-wheel drive. It is a very interesting car. So today I'm going to show you around it. We'll take a look at the specs, we'll take a look at the design, and then we'll take it for a drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. Top speed is 320 kilometers an hour, so should be fun. Now, as discussed with the Folgore review, Maserati just builds one car and then has different drivetrains in that same car, so different versions, which I really love. It's the case with the Grecale and it's the case with the GranTurismo. So exterior wise, it's not really that easy to tell which version you have apart from the logos and the exhaust and stuff like that, but it's just the same car, and I think that's really clever. At the front we've got some carbon fiber trim optionally, big Maserati grille of course, and the gorgeous logo in blue and white. Stunning headlights. We've got these 20-inch wheels at the front, forged wheels, 21s at the rear. This is a 265 tire at the front. We've got brakes, not the best brakes, to be honest. You can actually see some hot spots on there. Normally I would just go to Maserati.com and check the configurator, or just check the info and see if carbon ceramics are available. Unfortunately, internet connection today in Germany, it's even worse than usually. So yeah, I hope that the carbon ceramics are available. I'm not sure, because I think they would have put them on this car. These brakes are not up for the task. 320 kilometers an hour, it's just not enough. Not just on the Autobahn. When you drive it on a B road in a spirited fashion, you will also start feeling the brakes to vibrate, the pedal travel will get a bit longer. It's just not a great feeling. We've got Pirelli P0 tires, specific for Maserati MGT. Air suspension that drops down 15 millimeters in Corsa mode, Trofeo badge over there, and of course the 3 vents on the side there, carbon side skirt, and then the gorgeous roofline with the Maserati Trident. Awesome. 295 21s at the rear, beautiful rear haunch that is just this hip. You always look at that thing in your mirror, in your side view mirror, and it just looks so stunning. It's a beautiful car, beautiful rear lights, quad tailpipe exhaust, which is a proper exhaust. Look at that. It's just an exhaust, which is awesome. Yeah, it sounds pretty damn good as well. You've got pretty decent boot space, so it is a proper GT. You could take this like on a weekend trip, holiday, whatever. Let's have a look at the engine. So there it is. Look at how far back that engine sits. It's like front mid-engined. Nettuno engine, 550 horsepower in this case, and the Modena version has 490 horsepower. It is a very effective power plant. It's not the most charismatic. It's not, you know, comparable to the old 4.7 liter V8 in the old GranTurismo. It's nothing like that. It's the engine from the MC20, of course. It's just a very effective thing. It works very well. It has big turbo shove. It's a twin turbo 3 liter 6-cylinder. mated to a ZF 8-speed gearbox. It is a really good combination, and for this purpose of this car, which I would call it a fast GT, it just works. It works really well. Again, not super charismatic, but very effective. And of course, you just keep looking at it. Oh, what a stunner. It just feels like an old school car, which is great. So inside, we've talked about this before with the Folgore as well, but it is a mix of really good things and not so great things. So can you stop beeping at me, please? Thank you. So not so great things are this whole deal. It looks pretty good, and I quite like the design and everything that you can see, the gauges and stuff like that. The menus and stuff, it's all pretty good. It just doesn't respond all that well all of the time. Same goes for this drive selector business down here for the gearbox. So drive selector for the gearbox, it just takes me two clicks a lot of the time, and I don't really like that. Down here is for your climate, same thing. It looks fine, everything is in there. At least it's easily accessible, but just not great. Doesn't feel that premium. Buttons on the steering wheel also a bit cheapy. This whole plastic deal and these things, not great. Other than that, I really like the interior. It's a nice design with all flowing dashboard, the little clock in the center, this bare carbon fiber trim, the yellow stitching, nice leather, nice seats, super comfortable. Steering wheel itself is also very good, nice and thin, not too big. Pedals behind that in like metallic material, fixed to the column. All very nice. And then this car also has the optional Sonus Faber speakers, which are just nuts. This is a 19 speaker 1195 watt system, and it is superb. It really is. Clarity is great, and just it stays very clear to a very high level. So volume button itself is horrible, but you've got clicky things behind the wheel, luckily. So let's start it up. Sound wise, oh, we've got sheepies over there. We do have a valve, so if you go to Corsa Sport, it opens a valve, which is nice. So drive, we'll turn off traction control, and we'll go to manual for the gearbox. And in Corsa mode, the suspension, the air suspension drops 15 millimeters. As I said, it also really tightens up, so it is quite firm. For a B road as smooth as this, it's perfect. Nice crackle from the shift. On a B road like this, it's really good actually, but on rough roads it can be a bit too much, a bit crashy sometimes. I do quite like those shift farts, because it's like not all the time, not every shift. It's quite loud. And yeah, as always, ZF 8-speed, just great. Calibration for this car is also very nice with that a little bit firmer shift. And it is a quick car. It does feel quite urgent, like it sort of wants to go, and as soon as you go, it hunts down that red line, which is a great feeling for a turbo engine, I have to say. It's a very distinct sound, this engine. So it's all-wheel drive. You can see the torque split over here. Hope you guys can see that, but I can also give you a bigger one, so that one. So if I just floor it first gear, it almost sends, well, it's almost just 25% to every wheel, I think. Yeah. And so what happens when I go to sport? Yeah, same thing. Beautiful rev limiter there. But honestly, I didn't really have any expectations for this car. I didn't want those expectations to be too high. So I just said to myself, okay, just go into it, don't read anything, just drive it and just, you know, feel what you feel and see what you see, instead of reading up in beforehand and forming an opinion already, basically. Let's do a launch control. So traction control body is on, well, in Corsa mode. Pull the right pedal, let it go, pull it again to confirm, brake pedal, and then there you go. Oh, very quick. So 0 to 100 according to Maserati 3.5 seconds. I did 3.6, but I think 3.5 is definitely possible. Oh, but it is an incredible car. I really love it. It's just the way it feels. The steering calibration is really good. It's a tad heavier in Corsa mode, but it's not too heavy. It's direct enough. Oh, and it weighs close to 1800 kilos, I think 1795. But it feels quite lightweight until you start braking, because the brakes are just not really great. But right up until that moment, it feels quite agile and playful. And also when you drive it in GT mode or in comfort mode, just around town or whatever, it's super comfy. Air suspension soaks everything up, and it has a fluidity to it, sort of, I don't know, an effortless floating thing or wafting. It's just great. Absolutely love it. And I wasn't really expecting that. There are a few things that I don't really like. As soon as you start pushing it hard, I don't think the chassis is really up for the job. With the suspension in hard, it can sometimes feel a bit caught off guard or something. Just like it's not really ready for what's happening. So much traction though, oh my god. So the tires also super grippy, four-wheel drive of course, so oh man, there's a lot of traction. It's a very capable car, and especially as like a fast GT with all-wheel drive, you know, the ability to go to the Alps or whatever in any season, it is very nice. And it feels a lot less serious and a lot more sort of light on its feet than a Bentley, for instance. And it feels easier to drive than an Aston Martin or an AMG GT or something like that. This feels, visibility is great, it's comfortable. I'm going to put the suspension in soft mode for the Autobahn. It's just a very nice car to use. Jeez. Are you slipstreaming that truck over here? So top speed 320. It will do that, I think. I had 320 on the speedo already earlier today, but it keeps pulling pretty well. But you do have to be aware that those brakes, yeah, you need to let off the throttle a little bit earlier than I would with carbon ceramics, because I don't really want to demolish those brakes, and you will do so if you brake a couple times from 300 kilometers an hour. You brake hard. Just they get so hot. But as a fast GT, it is awesome. Also because of that effortless feeling, you know, it just feels light and easy to drive, and it's no trouble whatsoever. It just complies with everything you want, and that goes both ways. So if you want to extract some proper performance from it and put it in Corsa, it also wakes up and almost like jumps at the idea that we're finally going to attack a nice B road or a mountain pass or something like that. You know, the suspension drops, the valve opens, it shifts down a gear, everything just wakes up. It's a great feeling. I really like those bangs. They give it some theatrics that you used to have with the V8. It's a bit less now, but those shift bangs are theatrical. Love that. 100 to 200, also measured that, of course. I did 8 seconds, which is pretty quick. Oh, it just picks up so well. It has a slight B58 BMW 6-cylinder tone. Also ZF, of course, but it's kind of similar. Seating position is also really good. Nice and low. You feel encapsulated into the car. Again, have to brake. Oh yeah, see, you can hear them. They just start heating up. They still work, but you can feel that they're just not really having a good time. Back to manual. Also, I think it could have been a bit more playful. It never really feels all-wheel drive per se. It doesn't really, you don't really notice it, but as soon as you start pushing it, oh, I mean, it is also nice that you have so much traction. But when you want sort of to be a hooligan and you know, make it slide, it's quite difficult in the dry. It just has too much traction, and it doesn't really send that much power to the rear wheels. So it will turn with its rear because it does send a little bit more power to the rear wheels, but it never really starts sliding. And with that Volgode, the electric version, I think you had a drift mode, or yeah, I think so. It just sent so much power to the rear, which is great. It's minor though. It's not something to. It's just minor. It's a minor thing. I absolutely love it. I think it deserves a lot of praise, and I feel like it's being overlooked, this car. In this day and age, when everyone is complaining about everything and all cars and whatever, including me, this is amazing that this is still out there, and people should be buying this. I mean, in the Netherlands, because we have CO2 dependent tax, this thing is really expensive, like 250,000 euros starting price. I think this one is 280. But in Germany or Italy or the UK, it's going to be a lot cheaper. So yeah, it is a really good car. Thank you for watching. I'm going to end it here. Hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. Check out this video, this playlist, and we'll see you at the next one. Bye.